How old were you when you decided that's it, I'm going to be the sheriff?
4 or 5.
And what sparked this at 4 or
I
5?
have no idea. You know, it's a God thing. But that I do have an idea. It was God's mission for me in life to be in law enforcement, to serve others, to help, to be involved, to try to make things better. And I never contemplated anything else my entire life. It wasn't an epiphany that I was 18 and needed a job. You know, this was all, I had planned this out from the time I was a child. When I was 12 years old, my dad bought me an old radio. And you could dial in, it had like 5 bands on it. And it had a police band. And I searched around on that police band and you could dial in the sheriff's office. So I dialed in the sheriff's office. They only had 1 dispatch frequency for the whole county. And I would listen to it. So my dad tried to help me get a copy of the 10 signals to better understand what they were saying, but that was confidential back in the days. So I would just write them out as I listened to this radio, and I figured them out myself at 12 years old. When at 18 years of age, I'd already worked for the ambulance for 2 years. I knew a lot of the deputies and highway patrolmen and police officers in the county. When I went down to hang out at the sheriff's office, I tried to apply before I graduated from high school, and they wouldn't take my application because I didn't have my high school diploma. When I gave them my high school diploma and applied, the HR director said, well, you know, kid, we just hired an 18-year-old. He didn't work out. He was childish. And they fired him. I don't think we're going to be hiring any more 18-year-olds. I go, okay, I understand. But I asked the captain over communications if I could hang out on my days off. Because I graduated from high school. I was engaged to be married. And I had already started Polk Community College. As bad as I hated high school, I started Polk Community College the next week after I graduated from high school at night. And I was working on the ambulance, and on my nights off, we would go out on a date, and I'd take her home because she had to be home by like 11 o'clock. And then I would go down to the sheriff's office and sit in the radio room, and I'd stay there the rest of the night. Captain came in, you know, I'd applied right in June, and we were into July, and I'd been here a month and a half or so. And he said, kid, how long are you gonna hang out here? I said, until y'all hire me. I'm not going away. He said, why? I said, I'm gonna be the sheriff one day. It's time to get started. And on July the 21st, 1972, I went on the payroll as a radio operator. And the rest is history.